Okay, we're here at Antioch, Smith County, Texas. The community seems to be more, I would say more to themselves. It seems to be very, well, I guess, I don't know. I'm getting mixed vibes from this place. I feel like everyone that pretty much lives here wants to live here and chooses to live here, so that must be it. But yeah, this is Antioch, Smith County, Texas. So we're still in Antioch. There's a lot of rundown homes, if I'm going to be honest. It seems to be a more hidden community. I did find two sources online. Wikipedia claims it's a place because of, again, of TSHA. And see, there's another example of a, well, I guess the house really isn't abandoned. Yeah, it seems to be a very quaint, viveful area. Everyone seems to be very positive here. Reading the history of Antioch, Texas, it says that Antioch had a few homes, a church, and the Antioch and Crow cemeteries, and one elementary school, and that's all I can find. So there's not a big population here, but we're gonna find that cemetery right now. It has to be here somewhere, and our goal right now is to find it. It should be in this area. We should be finding it quite soon. Starting me off with Antioch, and this is one of their other secluded roads, by the way, is that it is a very strong African American community. I noticed everyone that lives here is African American, which is great, but... Oh, and here is their church. Look at that. Old school and everything. So this is their church. It's very historical. It's been there for many years. I don't know the number on top of my head, but it seems to be a very historical African American community. Alright, so we're gonna find this cemetery, and I think we're gonna be done with this area, and we will be able to move on to the next area. So, and there is their sign. So I guess this church is the big deal here. At long last, we have found the Antioch, I'm sorry if I did not pronounce that correctly. We found the Antioch Cemetery. It wasn't too hard to find, but we did find it finally, and it's right here. So my impressions with this community, it's a very strong community. I'm very surprised that the online resources don't say much about it. Although it's not the wealthiest area by any means, I'm not gonna lie and say it is. But it is definitely a strong community based on its culture, its presence, and who wants to stay here. Yeah, this is a huge cemetery, and it's so secluded. Like, there's my car, hi car. Here's the cemetery. Wow, isn't this crazy? It's beautiful. So, I have been to many communities like this, where it's very small. This one's not that small, but you can definitely tell it's a community because of how it's structured, but everyone knows each other. I've never seen a community like this dominantly being African American in the country. I've never seen this before, so I find that very fascinating, very interesting. I love it. I love the culture. I love how friendly everyone is. Everyone's waving hi to me. I love it, and I would say this is the best place I've been to this week so far. This is Antioch. I'm sorry if I did not pronounce that correctly. Antioch, Texas. We're on our way to Crow Cemetery. I can't recall. I'm having a hard time finding it on the map, but we'll see if I find it. But for now, let's see where we're going. I'm at, this is where Crow Cemetery is supposed to be, but I think it's safe to say that it's probably passed on. One of the creeks in the community, I can't think of the name, but it's one of the creeks.